So today we're looking at conversion within the SI and the imperial system. So that's between the metric and imperial system. So this is on page 151 to 156 in your workbook. So the objectives of this lesson would be to convert between these two systems and then solve any problems that come with it. And we're going to be using different methods. And one of them would also be a unit analysis, but you can use proportional reasoning or any other method that you know. But like I have said before, we should know how to do different methods because they have benefits in different points. On page 151, you have a chart that gives you different conversions. So this is imperial to imperial. This is imperial to metric over here. And then this is from metric to imperial. You can find this chart completely filled up on your formula sheet. So this will be the same formula sheet that is given to you on your exam. So it's good to have this in front of you when you're working so you know the ones that you have available. There are more conversion rates out there, but these are the ones that will be available to you for your exam. So work with these ones only. So I'm going to start with example number 2 first and then go back to example number 1. So example number 2 wants us to convert 0.4 miles into inches. Okay, so what you will do is again, so I'm going to use the proportion reasoning here again, but I need to find a conversion rate that goes from miles to inches. Okay, so in this case over here, you'll notice that we can't go from mile to inches right away. You can go miles into yards, okay? And then, or you can go from mile into feet. And then we would have to convert again to go from feet into inches, okay? So my plan would be, because I don't have one straight conversion that goes miles into inches right away, I'm going to do first mile into feet. And then I'm going to use the feet into inches. So this will be 2 conversions. Okay. So proportion reasoning says that I set up, if you guys remember when we did this last week, we set up our conversion. So the conversion that I am going to use is going to be as given that 1 mile is equal to 5280 feet. So I'm going to write it so that it's 1 over 5280. So the miles are on the top and feet are in the denominator for me. And now in my question, I am given 0.4 miles. So I'm going to put that on the top. And what I don't know right now is the feet. So make sure wherever you put the mile, if the miles are on the top, they stay on the top. And if feet are on the bottom, then feet will stay in the bottom. So we're going to cross multiply. 1 times x is just x. And then we have 5280 times 0.4. So x will come out to be 2112 feet. So we're not done yet. We are able to convert from 0.4 miles are now equivalent to 2112 feet. The next conversion rate that I will need is going from feet to inches. 1 foot equals to 12 inches. So I'm going to set up my proportion again. I'm going to put feet on the top and inches in the denominator. So 1 foot is 12 inches. And again, this time I have feet given to me and I will need to find inches. So we will cross multiply one more time. X is equal to 12 times 2112. So X comes out to be here to be 25344 inches. So that's our final answer here. Okay. So this is the proportion way of doing it because we had to go from miles to feet and then feet to inches. The unit analysis, if you guys remember when we did this, when we do unit analysis, we write down so that we can write all of them together. Okay, so you start with what is given to you, 0.4 miles, and then you use the same conversion here, but this time you multiply it and you make sure you put your miles in the bottom denominator and feet on the top. And why do we do that? Because so that we can cross out the miles and miles. Okay, and what's left is just feet. And then you again multiply with the second conversion rate. And this time I want to get rid of the feet here. So I'll put feet in the denominator, and that would mean the 12 inches go on the top. So the feet and feet cancel out. So you'll notice the only thing left, only unit left on the top is inches. So this is called unit analysis. This is really used a lot in sciences and in questions where you have 2 units in the same question, like kilometers per hour. So what happens here? We multiply the numbers that are left behind. And in the denominator, you only have 1 times 1. You didn't really need to put that. And the only unit left on the top is inch. So when you multiply this, this comes out to be the same answer. Okay, so the 2 methods, proportional one, that was the first one. The benefit of this one is you do only one at a time. Unit analysis, a little tricky to first set up, but it's all done in one go.